if anything, do you recommend for people who are basically living in an environment that's too bright at night? Do you yourself use like blackout curtains? I mean, how rigid? I find that this is the one that's a little bit harder for people. You have kids. I mean, how should we work with these data? And what are your thoughts about the importance of getting things really dark at night?
Yeah, that is the same question and the same problem that I have with people that do night shift, because they go home and they're supposed to sleep and it's bright, it's daylight outside. So what do? That's where you get the aluminum foil around the windows. That's where you basically have to block out all of that light. And then the eye patch, of course, is a nice thing to do as well. Realizing though that even when you close your eyes, if there's a light source in the room, people think, well, I'll just close my eyes. Those photons can go through the eyes, just like we talked about with infrared light, can go through the skin. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard even 1 or 2 photons of light hitting the back of the retina can cause enough signal to go to the suprachiasmatic nucleus that shut down melatonin production, or at least impair it in some way.
Yeah, in experimental conditions, that's definitely true. Even, the sensitivity of the human visual system is extraordinary. I mean, your rods, the higher sensitivity photoreceptors in the back of your eye can detect a single photon, one photon. Most people aren't familiar with thinking in photon quantities, so that might not mean anything to them. Put differently, and these are wild data from Chuck Zeisler's lab at Harvard Medical School. Light suppresses melatonin. The question is, how much light do you need? Because of the increase in sensitivity of the eye at night, this rod system and these specialized cells that send signals to the circadian clock, 15 seconds of artificial light exposure will significantly quash your melatonin.
That's a whiz at night.
15, yeah, right. So if you go to the bathroom, so then people say, well, what am I supposed to do? How do I navigate at night? And how do I make sure I'm peeing in the toilet, especially for men, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And how do I not trip and fall, this kind of thing, and route to the bathroom or getting a glass of water?